Hello, hello, hello. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about the 2016 champs of lineups and the 2026 champs of lineups. This is not a prime for prime fight. It's the current skill level, so I'm basing it off their last fight versus 2016's last fight. So, let's get started with the flyweight division. The champion at the time was Demetrius Johnson. The champion in 2026 is Joshua Van. Coming off the win at Taishiro Taira, great win for Joshua Van. I think DJ would ragdoll Joshua Van and probably submit him in two. The thing about DJ is he's one of the best skill for skill, probably one of the best fighters of all time. Sure, he's not as good as I think he's up there with John Jones. I'd say he's around the 3, maybe 2 range. So I personally think DJ would take Joshua Van down and submit him. Joshua Van does have good defensive grappling, but just I don't think it's good enough to handle someone like Mighty Mouse here. So I think it'd probably be an armbar, maybe. Yeah, I think he'd probably submit him by armbar. Next, in the bantamweight division, the champion at the time in 2016 was Dominic Cruz. The champion now, Piotr Jan. Piotr Jan came off a good win against Merab Dvalishvili. All-time win. That is an all-time win, folks. I think Piotr Jan would absolutely break Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is not better than Piotr Jan anywhere. Piotr Jan's better on the ground, definitely better striking, better defense. So I personally think I don't think Piotr Jan gets a finish. He doesn't have the strongest hands in the bantamweight division. He has, I believe, 2, maybe 3 finishes in the UFC. So I think it'd be a really dominant decision, maybe a 48-47. Um, so um yeah, Dominic Cruz would get absolutely picked apart and destroyed. He'd get mentally broken. He'd get physically breaking, broken. I don't know. But yeah, this is not a close fight, and it never will be. Dominic Reyes is one of the most overrated fighters of all time. Yes, he's in my top 5 bantamweights, but he's not near number 1. Nowhere close. Next, in the featherweight division, we've got Jose Aldo regaining the title off Chad Mendes after he lost to Conor McGregor versus Alexander Volkanovski, who's coming off the win against Diego Lopez. I think after what we've seen against Volk, I mean, he hasn't really changed. Maybe he's less. His chin's gotten worse, but fight IQ, his switching stance, his boxing, his kickboxing, you know, it really hasn't changed since their first fight. So I think Volk would pick apart Jose Aldo for a pretty comfortable 48-47 decision. I'm not going to count out Jose Aldo because, I mean, he's just such a high level kickboxer. Not better than Volk, but he's still always got a chance. So I personally think Volk would beat Jose Aldo by decision. I mean, Jose Aldo isn't better than Volk anywhere. It's kind of like Piotr Jan and Dominic Cruz. He's not better than him on the ground. He's not better than him on the feet. So I think Alexander Volkanovski would, in fact, beat Jose Aldo by a pretty comfortable decision. Probably same way he beat Diego Lopez. Just beat him. Just pick him apart on the feet. And if he tries to take it down, just out scramble him. Get back up and get back to what you're best at. Next, in the lightweight division, the current champion is Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor came out the win against Eddie Alvarez. And next for the current champion is Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje just coming off the win of Ilia Topuria at the White House. The thing about Conor McGregor is he needs to get it done in 1, maybe 2 rounds. If he doesn't, he gets absolutely mauled. I think I would pick Justin Gaethje in this fight just off the fact because Justin Gaethje doesn't have that bad of a chin. Yes, I know he got flatlined and colded by um Holloway, but Holloway was picking him apart the whole entire fight. If you get punched in the face 400 times, I think your chin would be a little ready, not as strong as it was at the beginning of the fight. So me personally, if Conor McGregor does not get to finish in rounds 1 or 2, his cardio would not hold up with Justin Gaethje, and Justin Gaethje would beat his face in like he did to Poirier. Yes, I hate to say it, Poirier is one of my favorite fighters, but Justin Gaethje beat the brakes off him. So I think Conor McGregor would lose this fight because I think Justin Gaethje could hold Conor McGregor. I mean, if he clinches up, I don't think Conor McGregor would out clinch him. So I think Justin Gaethje that's his most dangerous spot is the clinch with those uppercuts, those kicks. Yes, the head kicks in the clinch. I mean, it works as we've seen against Dustin Poirier. So that's my personal opinion. Um, y'all can let me know if y'all think it otherwise in the comments. But next in the welterweight division, we've got Tyron Woodley as the champ, and we've got Islam Makhachev, pound for pound #1 fighter in the world right now. Islam Makhachev would absolutely dominate, absolutely dominate Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley, yes, he had like 4 title defenses, I believe, 4 or 5 maybe. But whenever he faced a good wrestler and Kamaru Usman, he got destroyed. He got absolutely dominated. So facing a guy like Kamaru Usman, who doesn't have the deepest bag but has a really elite wrestling set, and then now you're putting a guy like Islam into the talks, like fighting this version of Woodley. Islam would destroy him, probably like what he did to JDM. He'd take him down and just hold him there. Like, I don't see how Tyron Woodley. I mean, Islam can strike. He's a good southpaw fighter, and he's a very dominant wrestler. So I don't see what Tyron Woodley could do to beat Islam. It's not like he can out wrestle him. It's closer on the feet, but I think Islam has the advantage on the feet. So me personally, I think Islam destroys Tyron Woodley, probably to a easy, comfortable, no damage taken 50-45, not even close. Next, in the middleweight division, the current champion is Michael Bisping, and the current champion, or the champion of 2016 was Michael Bisping. The current champion now is Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland just came off an incredible performance against Hamzat Chimaev, absolutely dismantling him. Hamzat won the first and fourth round, but Strickland, it was clearly Strickland's throughout the whole entire fight. You know, the second, the third, the fifth, he had Hamzat pulling guard in the second. He was just picking him apart. It just shows like what good takedown defense can do and good submission defense, good defensive grappling can do. And then making an elite wrestler strike with you like Hamzat. So me personally, they both have pretty good. I mean, Michael Bisping's chin's iffy, but they both have good cardio. So it's not like none of them's gonna get gas. But um, me personally, I think Strickland would win this fight just off the fact that he would pick apart Bisping, and I think it'd probably be a 48-47. I think Bisping could get maybe one round, like maybe an early round, but mm, I see Strickland controlling this fight. Bisping, Bisping could take him down, but I don't think he would get anything. I think Strickland would just get back up and just get back to piecing him apart. So yeah. Next, we've got Daniel Cormier as the 2016 champ, and we have Carlos Ulberg as the current champ. Carlos Ulberg has good boxing and power in his hands, and that's about it. So I personally think Daniel Cormier would take him down and maul him. I don't think he'd get no submissions. I don't really see him knocking him out. But if I was DC, I would not want to stay on the feet with a guy like Carlos Ulberg. So, I personally think Daniel Cormier would get a dominant decision over Carlos Ulberg. It would not be close. I think it'd probably be 48-47, 50-45, somewhere around there. Just Carlos Ulberg not being able to out scramble DC and get up. DC's a very elite wrestler, so I don't see Carlos Ulberg defending the takedowns. So I could see DC striking. I see him having success on the feet. DC's not a bad striker. He doesn't have the deepest bag, but I mean he has a couple things up his sleeve. But I personally think DC would beat Carlos Ulberg pretty comfortably. I don't think it would be very close. Next, at the time in 2016, the champion was Stipe Miocic, and the current champion now is Tom Aspinall. I think this is probably the closest fight, like closest fight out of the two champions. I personally think Stipe Miocic would win, just off the boxing. I mean, we've seen him wrestle, we've seen him grapple against Francis Ngannou. Yes, I know Francis Ngannou does not have the best grappling, but I mean, being able to take a guy like that, like size wise, I mean, being able to take him down and just hold him there, that's pretty impressive. Because Stipe wasn't, I mean, Stipe's not the biggest heavyweight of all time, but I think Stipe with his boxing would be able to stop the blitzes and the speed of Tom Aspinall, and I think he could get a later TKO. I think it would be probably 2-2 going into the fourth, and Tom Aspinall just not having the cardio to stand up with Stipe. I could see Stipe rocking him, and then Tom Aspinall shooting, and then Stipe just grounding pounding for the finish. So I don't. I think it'd be closer, but I think Stipe, just with his boxing and his grappling experience, like he's not a bad grappler, he's not a bad wrestler. I think he would be able to beat Tom Aspinall, but Tom Aspinall's best chance is in that first round with those blitzes and his boxing and his power. But I think Stipe would be able to stop those blitzes and getting a later TKO on Tom Aspinall. Did I say 2-2 going into the fourth? I meant, I meant going into the fifth. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's a mistake on my part. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, let me know in the comments if y'all disagree anything. I will respond to them and hopefully hear y'all out. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, like I just said. But yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all boys later. See ya.